Hey, this is Thunder. I haven't done a video in a while. Actually, I guess I did, but I haven't been as frequently doing videos as I have in the past. It's hard to talk about things sometimes without getting frustrated or without repeating the something that's been going on for a long time. It's a tape loop, though. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. I don't know what I'm going to name this video, but let me say this much. I'm going to start off with the DMV, okay? Division of Motor Vehicles. It's unbelievable. Okay, now I live in the state of Nevada, and I had to go through this already, but my girlfriend came here and she's like, got a Pennsylvania license, right? And she wants to switch it over to get a Nevada license. So you go in there, and I'm not kidding. They want your whole freaking history from. Now, see, this is really unfair to women because they have name changes. So they want every fucking name change that you ever had since the day one when you started off. Let's say you got married. And they want that certificate to show that your name changed from whatever it was at birth to whatever it was when you were married. Then you get divorced. They want that. They want those papers. If you had a name change in any other way, they want those papers. In other words, you can't go into the DMV and change your license from one state to another when you already proved your identification when you got your original license. Let's say it's in Pennsylvania and you moved to Nevada, which is the case here. When you get your original license, it doesn't mean shit that you already went through all this stuff with proving who you were then. Now it's going into warp zone, okay, into warp speed here, where they don't believe that you are who you are and that you have to prove that you're an American citizen. Hello? Now, you know what this is from? This is from all these freaking aliens coming in across the borders. And paranoia, the Patriot Act, the globalists, all of the above. The police state, how about that? It's a fucking police state because now they require, okay, that you jump through all these hoops to get a driver's license. And what is it called? It's called the real ID. Oh, how unique. The real ID, the real bullshit is what it is, okay? And you better believe that this is all part of the police state and running you down and getting all this information. It's just like in Nazi Germany. You ever see those old movies where they stop the people, then they go, "Where is your papers?" "Where is your papers?" You know what? You can take your papers and shove them up your fucking ass. Okay? It's really ridiculous, the shit they make you go through. You know, when you first got your driver's license, you know what it was? A Social Security card. I don't even know if they required that when I was a kid, 16. You didn't have all this holographic bullshit. Oh, I regress. I'm digressing. Let me finish saying what a real ID is, okay? A real ID has a little star on it, okay? At the top, a little gold star that says, that indicates that this is Department of Homeland Security approved. Department of Homeland Security approved. Wow. Is that like the SS? Is that like Department of Homeland Security? It's crazy. And you know what? People are insane for putting up with this shit. This is our country. We shouldn't, if we're born here and we got a birth certificate, that's another thing. They want your birth certificate. Are you kidding me? It's crazy. I'm looking over here because my girlfriend's looking at me weird. I don't know what this is all about, but anyway. Maybe she's trying to send me smoke signals or something. But this is what she's going through. And again, I want to reemphasize that it's, you know what it is? It's harder on women. The women should be up in arms about this. The men, they don't have a bunch of name changes when they go and marry 3 times or whatever. Their name doesn't change. But when a woman goes in there, and women, if they had their shit together, would be protesting this, taking it to court. It's ridiculous, okay? It's ridiculous. This is just a sign of the shit that's going down with all kinds of things like the Patriot Act and the Department of Homeland Security. What are they securing us from? What are they protecting us from with this shit? That's what I want to know. What is it that we're being protected from by making us jump through all these hoops to get a license, okay? Reason it out. What are they afraid of? I mean, if you're a real terrorist, you could duplicate this shit anyway. You could falsify it, and they've been making phony IDs since day one. So, what's the dealio, man? This is crazy, and there's other things too, and I'll just say right now, I think the state of Nevada is batshit crazy, but it's not going to be just the state of Nevada. It's going to be every state by the time 2020 rolls around. Has got to do this shit, okay? It's got to do this shit. Why? What are they afraid of? Terrorist attacks? What's that got to do with a freaking license? What does that have to do with a license? I'm trying to reason this out, and it doesn't. It's more like vivant to see your papers, It's more like you can't escape. What are they going to have next? Are they going to have, like, when you go from state to state, you're going to have to stop at some checkpoint and show your papers? Really? I'm telling you what, people, you really need to rise up. Okay, people need to rise up, write their congressmen. No, forget that. No. That doesn't work. You'll have to figure out what I mean by rise up, okay? I mean, do you want to live on your knees the rest of your frickin' life in this country? Can you see where this is going? And this, you couple this with all the other bullshit that you have to deal with. The Patriot Act, taking your rights away, the whole ball of wax. I can't believe that such a simple thing as just getting a license, they make a major ordeal out of. I mean, you have to think about if you don't have these copies of your marriage certificate, and most people lose that shit over the years, birth certificates, marriage certificates. Then you go to try to get the shit, and it's they have their own protections. I mean, it's batshit crazy. Okay, America is going batshit crazy. Period. And then they're gonna start in on all kinds of other areas. This just goes along with the trying to take your gun rights away over every little fucking thing that they can find. They'll dig something up 50, 60 years ago to do that. Some insignificant thing that doesn't even count anymore. They have all kinds of rules and regulations regarding Oh, you know, when you go to buy a firearm, they have a question on there that says, "Are you using the addictive substance marijuana?" And if you are, I mean, even if your state has legalized it, that means you're ineligible for buying a firearm. Really? Really? These Neanderthal thinking fucking people like Jeff Sessions and Trump isn't helping this by any. He's supposed to be pro-gun, and what is he doing? So basically, the feds, okay, think that the controlled substance marijuana is some kind of crisis, okay, if you've used it, which is just bullshit. I mean, they don't care if a guy goes down to the liquor store and gets a fifth of Jack Daniels and gets drunk crazy and starts shooting up people. Alcohol is the thing that is the one that makes you crazy, not cannabis, okay? Cannabis is the most peaceful, if you want to call it recreational mind changer or whatever, which it really doesn't. Not like alcohol, man. And so that's just the stupidity, the utter fucking stupidity, okay, of the federal government. And it's the utter stupidity to make people jump through hoops and obey laws and have to obey laws when these fucktards don't even obey laws. Look at what the shit they do. Look at these senators and look at how they're raking people over the coals with, just like this confirmation of Kavanaugh. And here's another pet peeve I have. Okay, while I'm at it, I might as well vent here. This thing about women coming out of the woodworks. Okay, the Me Too movement and Me Too, I got raped too. This has happened to me too. Prove it. Prove it. Shouldn't have to take anybody's word for anything. What if a guy said, me too, some woman took advantage of me too? I mean, what is this freaking world coming to? It's ridiculous. So when a woman comes out of the woodworks, and I don't call these women, I call them low-life scum, that's what I call them. When they come out of the woodworks and accuse people of shit with no proof whatsoever, it should be like, what? I can't hear you. I don't hear anything, do you? Since when is it in this country that you're guilty and proven innocent until you prove yourself innocent? Just because a woman says it. Are you kidding me? Think about it. What kind of precedent is that setting? Oh, a guy could come up and go, he could even do it to another guy or another woman. Oh, they assaulted me. Oh, really? Okay, let's go arrest them. Do you have proof? No. Well, really? Oh, they raped me. Oh, do you have proof? No. Oh, he groped me up. Do you have proof? Well, no. Really? So we got all this shit going on. It's totally insane. Okay, there's no laws. Okay. Basically, what you got to do is with these people is. Well, with a license, you don't have too much choice. You can't just say, hey, you can't do that because you need a license, okay? But with the rest of this shit and with the mentality that's going down now out there, with all these flaming liberals, and it seems like they're the ones, yeah. The Democrats, which are no longer Democrats, they're, who knows what the fuck they are. I don't really know anymore. What are they, deep state warriors, crazed lunatics, all these people that are jumping on board that shit, like Black Lives Matter and Me Too and all these other idiots. Oh yeah, if you're in a minority group, we're just gonna co-opt you and we're gonna pay you money. And they're actually paying these people money to protest. They have films, they have videos of guys with stacks of hundreds going, yeah, okay, go on in there and make a scene in the state capitol, women, gun control, whatever. Here's another 100 and another 100 and another 100. When is this country going to wake up and take their country? When are the people of this country going to wake up and take their country back and say, hey, we want it like the old days. We don't want this new shit, this new technology. And technology's gotten so far out that it's crazy. That's all I got to say. Yeah, I haven't done a video in a while, so I'm kind of spouting off here. But these people, they can take their laws and rules and all this shit and stick it where the sun don't shine, okay? Because to me, if there's a law out there that I don't have to obey, and people break the laws all the time, so don't give me any shit about that. They have so many laws that if you go through life, let's say if you go through one day without breaking one, you're doing good, You cannot pay heed to these people that are laying all these laws and rules on your head. You just got to do what you got to do. If they say you can't have a gun, you go get a gun. Okay? I mean, that's just an inalienable right of every man. If they say you can't do this, do it. If it's not hurting anybody else, if you're not hurting anybody else, I recommend that you just take their laws and put them in that circular file called the trash can, okay? I'm not telling you to go out there and commit any kind of felonies or heinous acts or anything. I'm not. But what I'm saying is don't walk around all day with a big guilty conscience or an anxiety complex because you're not fulfilling their rules and laws and regulations. Remember, these are the same fucking people that go over to other countries and kill hundreds of thousands of people, create terrorist groups like ISIS, fuck people over with taxes and every other thing that they can possibly do. Okay? These are the same people that are telling you got to obey all these rules and regulations. Killers, murderers, thieves, they're all lawless maniacs, okay? Pedophiles, you name it, that's what they are. So no, America has gone batshit crazy, period. America is a police state. America has gone crazy, okay? Everybody's in chaos. Everybody's yelling at one another. The left is just, man, I never thought that when Trump got elected, this kind of scene would arise. Really, really never thought it would get this out of hand. Civil war's next. I've talked about it in previous videos. It's a sad situation, people. I might start doing live streams. I don't know if I get enough participants and enough, and then there'll be the super chat on there where you can donate. Because I've been on YouTube. How long now? Oh, man, over 5 years. With doing videos, 5-6 years, maybe longer. I have hundreds of videos on every subject you can imagine. I was watching some of them today, and I'm like, is that me, really? But there is some good information if you go back to some of them. Some of them I might delete. They're a little sad, but others are really, really good. There's videos on yoga. There's videos on meditation. There's videos on the sacred pipe. There's videos on tribal, lots of tribal tradition. There's videos on the state of affairs of America. There's videos on everything. And I think the only reason I haven't gotten taken off is because I don't have that many viewers, which is I don't really care. Or maybe they kept me from getting all those viewers, when you think about it, because I look at some of the shit I'm saying and I'm like light years ahead of these people that are on here now that are spouting off all this stuff. I mean, I was sounding the alarm and on some of the shit that's going down years ago. I foretold what was going to happen years ago. If you go back to some of my videos, mixed in with spiritual stuff, mixed in with tribal stuff, mixed in with ancient history and, again, meditation, qigong, martial arts, that kind of thing. But you go back, you'll see I got hundreds and hundreds of videos, more than, and probably worth more than some of these guys that get on there and yak about the same thing every day. Yeah, Trump ain't gonna do this, and Trump has to do that, and I wonder why Trump didn't do this. And it's like, really? So I guess I'll leave it there today. I spouted off enough, and hopefully you'll get something out of this. Don't go to the DMV. If you get anything out of it, if you're in one of those states where they haven't done this thing where you got to be DHS approved, I'd fight it. I'd tell your local people. See, some people think it does good to contact your congressman. I guess it really doesn't. Not really when you think about it. They're all bought and paid for, aren't they, people? I mean, you write your congressman and you call him up, and what do you get back? A little form there that says, "Thank you for your suggestions, and we'll take that into account, and Senator so-and-so really appreciates, and be sure and vote for us in the next election so we could sit on our asses and not do a fucking thing for you then either." It's out of control, people. We're living in a crazed fucking world. I can't wait till some shit happens here. I mean, no, I don't really want to see chaos, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there today. Just remember, all this stuff is a sign of eventual breakdown of the civilization in the community of the United States of America. It's going to break down, people. There's going to be a financial collapse. I've been talking about that for years. Stu was one of the first ones to talk about that. So I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to do videos, because if they discontinue Google Plus, that's how you spread your videos for the most part. I mean, yeah, they got Twitter and but Google Plus had all kinds of circles and groups, and Facebook ain't gonna spread any videos around, and subscribers aren't notified half the time on YouTube, so I don't even see what the fucking point is, except that I get a chance to vent and look at myself. Oh, there I am, yelling and screaming. Anyway, I'm out of here, people. I might start doing some live streams while I can, so I can interact. Maybe that's the way. And Super Chat allows for donations. So I might go that route. What do you think? Leave some comments and tell me what you think. All right, I'm out of here. Adios.